Heyo, we are live.
Yo, do you want to put on the headset just to test?
I see the things moving. Do you hear anything?
The thing's moving.
Let me see.
Yeah, try get the headset on. Let's see if we can get it working.
Hello.
All right.
I don't know if I'm too loud or not loud enough. I don't know if I'm listening to myself or not.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Hold
Let me
on.
see, raise it. Hello. That sounds a lot better. Can you hear me? Do I sound okay?
Yo, can you hear us?
Do
Hey,
we sound,
Twitch bricks _Z.
do we sound pro as
Can
fuck?
you hear us?
This is pretty damn awesome, man.
Yeah, it is.
All right, hold on. I gotta.
Yo, this is legit.
This is. I feel like I have a real podcast right now.
First one here and you're
fine. The noise is good. First. All right, cool.
Nice.
Welcome to 95.5. No. 94.7 The Wave. 94.7 The Wave.
All right. Yo.
I should have brought another
What?
You feel all right with that?
Yeah, this is all good.
All right, cool.
Yeah. You can hear it when I clank it around, right? Or is it making noise?
A little bit, but
okay, we're good.
Not really much of a problem.
Let's do it. Let's just start the podcast.
What's going on? I don't know if this is in the way. Does this make a difference? It has.
It doesn't. This is like a cardioid mic. It'll pick it up. It'll pick up like everything.
Does it?
It's so loud.
Test.
Yeah, I got my windscreen in too. So
this is a windscreen already, right? Like, I don't really need this.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Okay.
You don't need to talk too close to it because it's a pretty it's got a loud pickup.
Tight. So what's up, people?
What's up, guys?
How are you guys? Derek, happy birthday. We just.
Oh, is that Derek?
Yeah.
Twitch bricks.
We just got back from Hometown Buffet. We were celebrating his birthday. He is 12, I believe.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
He's so older now. So much older.
I was thinking that he's not as old as I thought he was.
How old did you think he was?
Maybe like 14 or so.
Oh,
like
really?
13 maybe.
Well, that's
14?
the youngest one.
Yeah. Derek is older, right?
Derek is the younger one.
Oh, Derek's the younger one.
Nathan's
the older one. Okay,
yeah,
got you.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of the younger one.
Saludos a la chona. Yeah, está trabajando.
Sí.
Yo estoy aquí en casa de Evan.
Sí, aquí estamos.
Ahí le pasa su mensaje, ahí le cae su WhatsApping. But yeah.
So what do you want to talk about, man?
There's a lot to talk about, actually.
Okay, to be honest, like right now, like I kind of want to just talk about like mostly personal development stuff, but maybe that's kind of boring. I don't know.
I'd say let's work it all in there.
Let's do it.
So apparently, Nathan says that Derek's showers are getting longer.
Oh, really? Interesting.
What do you have to say about that, Derek? Exposed.
Dude, I know that like definitely my showers were getting longer when I was a teenager.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
For me, I was saying it at dinner. I was like, I started masturbating at 11, so you know. What about you?
Dude, I can't even remember. Probably around 11-ish.
11-ish?
Maybe, yeah.
I know I was in 6th grade of middle school. Where I had my first. I mean, I remember having boners as a little kid, and then all right, I'm just gonna say it. So first time I ejaculated masturbating, nothing came out, and it just did the flex thing, but nothing came out. So there go all my sponsors and branding deals. Whatever.
GG.
I love the quality of this, man.
Yeah, it's so good, actually.
I wish there was like another, like a split.
This feels legit. Okay, wait. So let's get back to like real topics.
All right, real topics.
So,
you guys, if you guys want to talk about something, type it in there so we know what you guys want to hear. I'm also going to be reading off the questions from Instagram. So let's get it started. I've been getting this all the time, every day, at least 3 times a week.
Yo, the security code. That's danger.
654. I had somebody try to break into my my Instagram a while back. So
why is that?
I don't know. Somebody was trying to hack me.
Okay.
All right, let's see. What is this? Okay. Nice headphones. Those look nice. What kind are these?
They're just cheap headphones.
Really?
Yeah, like $30 headphones.
They
on
look
Amazon.
pretty cool. Oh, I think you're referring to the blue ones, huh? Those were your headphones. But anyways, most embarrassing thing your mom's caught you doing?
Most embarrassing thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Like, she's never really caught me doing anything embarrassing, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. All right, hold on. Keep talking. Hey, what's up, guys? We're live here on the podcast. So join us and have some fun. Links in my bio to my YouTube, and then just go to the live from there.
Over here.
Oh, almost.
I almost got in there.
Okay, cool. Nothing embarrassing?
Not that I can think of. Probably there is, but I can't think of it.
Your mom's so non-judgmental too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I told her about something the other day that I can't talk about, and she was just like, "Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah."
I love your mom, dude. Your mom's so nice.
Yeah, she's cool.
So spiritual too.
Yeah,
like,
very.
She knows a lot.
Very intuitive, I'd say. Like, she'll say something and doesn't make any sense, but for some reason, it was exactly what she needed to hear at that like exact moment. Exactly
what she needed to hear?
What I needed to hear. She'll say something and I'll be like, "Oh my God," and it'll change my something will click in my brain and my whole thought process will go like the gears, you know?
Oh, yeah?
Will start turning and everything just starts working.
It's properly. Like everything's moving and she just puts in that one gear.
Yeah,
that connects all of them.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
That's how it is. Shit. Yeah.
Oh, it even has meters.
Yeah.
When you're like, see, this is good.
This is good. Sure. This is too loud.
Oh, sorry for all the listeners over there. But I think so. You live in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But I remember your dad saying that like there's an interesting story behind like the place you live in, right?
Yeah, like what do you mean? Like the spirit? It's like a spiritual,
like a there's like a doorway there.
We call it the Piko, right? So the Piko is in Hawaiian. It means belly button, but it can also mean like the spiritual portal that beings who have passed over can go to the light.
Interesting.
So like if a cat dies or something, it goes to like the spirit. Supposedly, I don't know if I really believe this, but this is the idea that the Hawaiians, this is like the Hawaiian cultural belief, is that the spirits will go to this center where my house is exactly built on, and they'll go to the light there.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I remember your dad telling me stories when I first met him, and I was like, what?
Oh, about the house?
Yeah, but like when he like dropped some rocks and then he had to he threw a rock and they had like shaman come or something.
Oh, I don't know exactly what, but there is like a stack of rocks that we have in our backyard, which or it's like far down the mountain kind of, but it's sort of in our backyard because our house is on the mountain. And the stack of rocks, like I guess somebody knocked them over and then I don't know, I guess
some weird stuff going on.
Yeah, like bad shit was happening. And so like my mom went and like restacked the rocks. And like, I don't know, it's just interesting.
Yeah, I remember your dad said that he did like a small prayer or something, or he but that I guess they heard or saw stuff in the house too at night. Like you would just hear footsteps around.
Oh yeah. Because so I was really young at the time, so like they were hearing footsteps upstairs, and I was sleeping at the time, right? So they're like, "Oh, Evan's up already. Wow, cool." And then they'd come upstairs, and then I'd just be sleeping in the crib. And so my mom said that some spiritual healer came in, and it was just like two kids like that were, I guess they had passed away or something, and they were just playing around in our upstairs, which I also like, not sure if I exactly believe it, but it's interesting.
Do you ever remember seeing anything weird?
No, not with my eyes, no. But I could feel like, like you feel weird.
You feel a presence.
Yeah, a presence. Yeah. And I don't know if that was real or if it was just me like reacting to a certain like weird situation. But I felt things before.
Yeah. Butt stuff.
No butt
I'm
stuff.
Just kidding.
No butt stuff.
I think something that was my mom caught me. The most embarrassing thing is she caught me masturbating once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like no, I wasn't masturbating. I was naked. I had just I had just left just gotten out of the restroom, and I was in my room, and I was in a towel, and I took off the towel, and I was naked in my room. And then my mom, she has a habit of like like she'll talk and open the door without knocking, or she'll knock, and before I can respond, she like just opens the door. I remember she knocked, and I was like, no, it's better. She's like, yeah, what happened? And like she opened the door, and me butt ass naked jumped onto my bed, like, oh no. And she saw my butt, and I was just covering my nuts. But I'd say that's
not that bad though.
She's caught me having sex.
Okay.
It wasn't more embarrassing. It was kind of like, oh no, my mom, she caught me. Like I felt bad for my mom.
Yeah.
Because like nobody wants to catch their son doing it. No mom does, at least.
Yeah, I think as a dad, I'd probably be
my dad would probably be like,
cool.
Hey man. Nice. Be careful.
Nice.
But my mom, I know she was very like, she was very upset, mad. A bit of
really?
Everything. Yeah.
Upset. Interesting. I would imagine she'd just be like, well, like this is a little awkward. Maybe the upsetness was because she felt awkward and she needed a way to kind of like.
Yeah, she was very pissed. She's like, this isn't a hotel. You can't do that here. I'm like, where am I supposed to do it? You know, I'm gonna go to public. She's like, well, can't go to her house. What if her dad walks in and he beats me up?
Yeah, that's like way worse for sure.
How do you actually? This is a pretty good one. Is there like a bad way or a worse way you've asked somebody out?
Worst way I've asked somebody out?
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, this brings back so many traumatizing memories. But there was this girl in the supermarket one time, and I was like,
in the supermarket?
Not supermarket. It was at Home Depot.
Did
I tell you about this?
Was she like standing outside?
No. She was working at the what?
You know?
Oh no,
laborers?
No. I was I was in the Home Depot, and she was like working at the checkout counter, and I was like, I don't remember what I said, but it was really awkward. I just remember I was like, hey, like you're pretty cute. Like, do you want to go out? And she was like, that's really weird.
Like, no hablo español. No hablo inglés.
She's just like, that's really weird. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. And I walked away.
What? Oh, man.
Oh, God. I'm all like red.
I know. Look at you. I'd be embarrassed too. Like,
that was so embarrassing, dude.
I'm trying to think if I've ever had something super, super embarrassing like that. Oh, wait. Let me see. Test. Say something.
Yo.
Okay. I think I could hear myself a bit better now. Asked, and the most embarrassing way I've asked a girl out. Embarrassing. I can't think of one.
Really?
I can remember like badass ways I've been like, yo. I remember there was a girl that liked me when I was playing in a band. I knew she liked me, but I wasn't into her. And then I walked up, I was like, hey, you, come on, we're gonna go. What'd I say? We're gonna go, or like, come over, we're gonna go. She's like, what? Like, yeah, we're gonna go. I think I was like, we're gonna go to the store. And she's like, okay, hold on. And she told her friend, hold my stuff, I'll be back. And yeah, she walked with me to the store, but this was like at a backyard gig.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I felt like a badass.
It's kind of like the hey, get off the phone. Ever heard of that? Like it's like a pickup thing, or you're like, there's a girl on her phone. It's like, get off the phone.
She's like, what?
Like, who are you talking to? Your boyfriend? Yeah, tell him that that you found another man.
Oh man. Jeez.
It's fucked up.
What do you think? All right, say if you were the boyfriend and you heard that, what would you think?
Oh, I'd be so fucking mad. Well, I wouldn't be mad. I'd just be like, well, so if I have the right girl, right, then I would just be like, that's funny, because it's, you know, like I hopefully I would trust her enough to be like, well, she can, you know, she's integral and decide for herself. I mean, if I was in a relationship where it was kind of codependent, then I'd probably be like, oh shit, like I'm worried that like, you know, this guy's actually pretty cool. Like I'm scared that he'll take her, but you know.
Eesh. What if she's like, I'll call you back? What? Should I raise this?
If she's like, I'll call you back, I'll just be like, okay. Well, if it depends, like if I trust her and she's high integrity, like I know that, then cool. But if not, then it's like I probably shouldn't have been in a relationship with her anyway.
All right, deep talk. I get really jealous a lot with Andrea. Like I know she's very I think she's more integral than I am. But I think
that's such a hard skill.
I think I project my insecurities and I'm always like, what's this? What's that? But she always proves me wrong, which is good. And yeah. And then I think like, is it because of my past, because I've dated around a lot, or is it like because I got cheated on my last relationship that I'm super like about this one?
I mean, I've been thinking about this too a lot lately. Not about that exact thing, but about how we place a lot of meaning on our past, and the truth is that like that was understandable for a short time. Like after that happened, like so after the event of you getting cheated on, like it makes sense to be worried and stuff, like jealous for a while, and but then like long time after, it's like too long, you know. So it eventually becomes like, well, I got to decide something different, you know, and like when you make that decision, it's something that like it takes time to finally get there, but like once you make the decision, it's really cool because then your habit is different from going into fear and react to like trust. But I think it's like something and this is weird for me to answer because like I haven't been in a relationship for a really long time. But I feel like trust is something that you just have to keep building and building. And the higher your level of trust, like the less you'll have the fear and the jealousy.
Yeah. And it's, I think you're right where it's just, yeah, my fear and trust. But, and it's, I feel dumb every time too, because she's never given me like a reason to. There's been like minor things, but it's like, I don't know.
No, yeah,
I have a good girl though.
Yeah, I don't think it's like like you shouldn't feel dumb about that for sure. Like that's not productive. Like I mean, like realistically, like what is your goal, right? Your goal is to feel trusting and for her to trust you. So like to feel dumb, that's like a feeling that isn't compatible with that same feeling of like, trust.
I had a breakthrough this week.
Yeah.
Where I was feeling very unwanted, unattractive, because I felt that I was trying to kiss Andrea or like give her a hug, and she was very like pushing me away. I would kiss her, but she'd like not kiss me back. So it'd be like just kissing a wall. And I felt very hurt. Like, is it me? Like, why are you rejecting me so much? And then after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm going to her for love, which it shouldn't be that way. I have to have the love first in myself to then receive it. And after a while, I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna do stuff that makes me happy. I'm in control of this. I shouldn't be dependent on her hugs and kisses to be like, okay, give me a kiss. I'm happy now. So I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna. And then I started getting really creative and editing. And like I really love editing because I love creative expression. So that's what brings me the most joy. So I was like, all right, how can I do this and do that and express it? And I felt really good. And then sometimes I'll show her my videos and she's like whatever, where I'm expecting wow, that's so cool, you know. But I realized that's not healthy either, to be like have her be like, good job. Like my mama was like, hey, good job, good job. And I was like, no, that's not right. So I found out it's like, okay, in a relationship, you can't go to your partner to find happiness. You have to have the happiness first. to receive it. And it was once I had that like internal mental, like, okay, I have to like this for me. I have to love myself for me. I have to go to myself for love, not externally. Once I did that, she kind of started opening up. And I told her too, I was like, you know what? If you don't want to like hug me, kiss me, that's fine. I love myself. And then she's like, what? And then she said like, okay. So I was like, all right, cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
Deep.
No, I'm totally with that. Like, I think the thing that I always remind myself, and it always comes back to me, is this idea that I create everything that's happening around me. And so, like, to me, not only like intimate relationships, but all the relationships that I have, the state of those relationships or the state that I feel towards those relationships are all based on how I am.
They're all reflections,
you know? So like, and like, even on a more simple level, it's like, if I'm reacting to something, like, for example, let's just say like, you know, my girlfriend is not giving me love, or like, let's just say my friend's not giving me love, you know, then it's like, and my reaction to that is like, I don't feel loved. Then that's within me. Like, on a basic level, that reaction is my choice.
Yeah.
So if like, let's say my friend's not giving me love, and like, they're not hanging out with me or whatever it is, like, and I decide that, oh, maybe they're busy, or like, you know, like, I'm so grateful that I have this time to myself.
Yeah.
Or something, like, the reaction to that is different. Right. So that's where like the power comes from. And then once you get into that place, then you realize when you can shift your perspective from like negative to positive, then all of a sudden the world starts to reflect exactly that feeling that you're feeling around you. You know,
I think emotions are so strong.
They're super strong. Yeah.
And man,
that's why when you told me the other day, you were telling me about like the situation with your relationship, I was trying to understand, but I know that I can't really understand, because when you're in those emotions, it's very like powerful, and it can hold you in a certain space, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I was trying to understand, but at the same time, it's like sometimes difficult to understand such like powerful emotions, you know?
Yeah.
Especially like a relationship.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing too, it's I know it's not permanent. Like, maybe it's just her feminine side or whatever, where you know, I ask her something, or I say something and she's rejecting it, or she criticizes it, and I'm taking it too personal, where it's like, it's just the feminine. She might love me one day and hate me the next day, or love me one moment and the very next moment hate me. And it's like, that's the, you know, forever changing woman, feminine woman. So I really appreciate it, because it's a lot of variety. It's uncertainty. It's you know, not knowing what's gonna happen. But me being a masculine man, you're the rock. You know, you're unmovable, and it's beautiful. It makes me love her and appreciate her more. And she really makes me stick to my word. Like, if I say I want to do this, she always be like, well, you said this, why aren't you doing it? And that's the kind of woman you want. You want a girl that's gonna, you know, keep you to your word.
That's the thing that's interesting. I was sorry to segue so quickly, but integrity is a very interesting concept that I've been thinking about recently lately, because it's something that I've always struggled with, actually. Or not. So
really?
Not okay, it's hard to explain, but
you're the most integral person I know.
Well, so integrity in the sense of what you say and what you do is aligned. So if you say you're going to do something, then you do it.
Yeah.
Right. So in big things like winning the World Yo-Yo Championships, I can say that and I'll do it. In smaller things like, hey, I'm going to show up at this time today, it's sometimes I don't, you know, and sometimes like I just like don't have integrity in that area.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm kind of working on. But I've been kind of thinking, like, what really is the definition of integrity? You know, that's an important thing to get clear.
Well, integration, to come together.
The other one I was thinking is like when a building has an integral structure, it means that it's reliable, right? You know, something that's reliable. And I think reliable, to me, the definition I was thinking of today in my head was something along the lines of reliable mixed with a sense of justice and righteousness, doing the right thing.
And speaking of that, I want to give a shout out to Nathan and Derek. We went to go eat dinner earlier, and I was like, man, I'm feeling sick. I think I have food poisoning because I was throwing up and going to the restroom a lot from some food I ate earlier in the day. And I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do the podcast today. Like, I'm not feeling it. And like, come on, do it. You know, you have to be consistent. You have to keep going. I'm like, all right.
What did you eat?
So in the morning, Andrea did. She went to go buy some beans from this this store by our house, and
so it's the beans that made you sick?
Yeah, because she made food. She made rice and eggs, but she bought the beans. And then when she was pouring the beans, or she was like putting them into the bread, she's like, "Does this smell good to you? Like, I think these are bad." And I smelt it, and I was like, "It smells okay." Like I noticed a hint of like smells old, but I was like, "Yeah, it's okay. Like, nothing's gonna happen." I've eaten old food before, and yeah, sure enough, she's like, "I'm not gonna eat it. Like, it smells too funny." Okay. And I was like, who cares? It's fine. And I ate it, and surely like maybe 15-20 minutes later, I threw up, and then I threw up after dropping her off, and I threw up a couple more times. Oh, and man. I kept it was like I was pooping, I was throwing up, I was going back and forth. Yo. And I was like, oh man, I think I got food poisoning.
Yo, that's fun. That's actually interesting. That's funny.
And I think I'm all good now. Like I went to I went to the store and I bought Pedialyte.
Yeah.
Electrolytes and all that. So I think that kind of settled my stomach because I feel fine right now.
Well, that's good. Hey, what's up, Matthew Betancourt? Did I say that right?
Yep. Matthew Betancourt. He's a pretty good photographer. Check out his page.
Yo.
And
RJ. Oh,
that's Nathan.
Nathan, right?
Homie stomach got the rumbles over beans. 2 cuties, 1 room. Oh. Well, this is an exclusive. We're gonna kiss. Yeah. You thought.
Dude, that should be our next thumbnail, actually. Just
because, jeez, I know Andrea would go crazy. She gets very like, whoa. Favorite smell. The worst way you've ever.
Favorite smell.
When you're
old beans.
When you're depressed, how do you deal with depression?
Didn't we answer this one last week?
I think we did, huh?
But we can do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
I'm interested to do it again. Meditation, huge.
Meditation,
super important. Yeah, focusing on the breath. And I think the biggest thing for me is just getting off of the things that are distracting me from my depression. Because like a lot of times I have depression, and what I do is I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. I need something to make me feel less bad. So like, watch YouTube or like jerk off or, whatever it is, like play with my yo-yo or do something to distract myself rather than just allowing myself to be there. And so I think the biggest thing I do is just like turn off everything and just sit quietly and breathe. And then the other thing that I can say that I've been doing too is reading personal development. For me, just it keeps my mind focused on only like upward spiral thoughts.
Okay.
It just programs my mind to only focus on that for a certain amount of time. And then sometimes it's so bad. Like I haven't been there for a really long time, but sometimes it's so bad that nothing can really help you. And then you just need to like cry. Like that's it.
I think sometimes surrendering to it and just letting you like feeling the emotions you're feeling can almost like accelerate the process.
It depends how far deep you are. Like for me.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like mildly sad.
Yeah, if it's a crumbling depression, like you gotta get out.
Yeah, if it's like super deep, like I'll cry. Like, and that's the best way for me to get out. I'll just cry and say sorry to everybody that I need to say sorry to, like whatever I'm sad about. But if I'm like medium level sad, I'll just read some books or whatever. You get so much dopamine from that.
You could also burn out your dopamine receptors. So don't do it too much.
No, that's the secret, dude. Just do some crack. Just like
don't do crack, kids.
Just do crack. That's it. That's all you do.
Well, what's your favorite method of meditation?
Favorite method? Recently, it's just been focusing on my breath, closing my eyes. So first of all, I start off closing my eyes. resting or relaxing my muscles from my head to toe, and then just focusing really intently on only my breath. And if I start thinking other thoughts, it's okay. I just think back to my breath.
Yeah.
That's been the most powerful for me. What about you?
My daily meditation is first thing in the morning. I wake up before Andrea. I wake up at like 5 a.m. I'll use the restroom, drink water, stretch, and I'll sit down at the foot of our bed. I have like a little pillow there on the floor, and like I use the rest to prop up, and I'll just same thing, just deep breaths in, deep breaths out, eyes closed, and I just think of all the things I'm grateful for, and then I start to visualize my day, what I want. Another one, I think that the best, that's good just to like start off the day and be in a good mood. But if I really if I have an issue that I really want to work on and I want to like go deeper into, if I can get away and be by myself and ideally like be in nature, like I'll go to hiking to some mountain or go to a park even and just sit in nature, take my shoes off, let my feet touch the ground or the grass, and just focus on my breath and try to feel my, like I'll do this. I'll put my right hand here for my heart, and the other one I'll touch my thumbs, and I'll just feel for my heart, and I just keep breathing and try to just focus everything on breathing. And there'll be thoughts that kind of like distract me, and it just come back to the breathing till I feel this like calmness. And then yeah, until I get to that point of like I feel good, walk away for a bit. Question for Tony: how do you keep such a positive mental attitude? Life is good. Life is good. Just have that belief that life is good. Life is good to you. Life happens for you, not to you. It's just a state of mind, a perspective, and
it's a habit, really what it is. It's like going to it's like training. It's like gaining muscles. If you have a positive outlook on life, it's because you've thought positive thoughts over and over and over again. If you have a negative outlook on life, it's because you've thought negative thoughts over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's just being aware of that and just training yourself to
was
keep
it
being
you that
positive.
told me about the $5 bill, the study they did?
Yeah. You want to tell it?
If I remember correctly, that they did a study and they told people that they were unlucky.
No. So they asked, they've got a group of people, or what is the word?
A control group, like a study.
Not quite a control group. What is there's a different word that I'm thinking of that I can't.
Can you just describe it a bit more?
Okay, so it's just like a group of people that they have been selected through
like a screening test or something?
Yeah, like a screen. Yeah, like a screen group of people that said that they live unlucky lives. They're just unlucky. They can't get lucky. Like no matter what, everything's unlucky for them.
Pessimistic people.
Yeah. Like okay, they polled people. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
They polled people for people who felt unlucky versus people who felt lucky. Right. And then from there, so you want me to just tell the story?
Yeah.
Okay, so from there, the people that were lucky just would tell them, yeah, every day, like I just get so lucky, like I find like random money on the ground, all this stuff happens to me. The unlucky people were like, it's crazy, you know, like I got a divorce, blah, 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 just giving the excuses why they're unlucky. So they mic these people up to like for them to prove how unlucky or lucky they were in their lives, right? So that this is the idea, is that they're pretending to be studying the fact that they're unlucky or lucky, and to see if it's real or not. But what they did was the people conducting the experiment put a $5 bill on the ground in like where these guys were walking down the street. And the lucky people found the $5 bill, and the unlucky people just walked past and didn't even notice it.
So they were blind to it.
They were blind to it. And so like it was their belief. Well, the idea is that when you have a belief about something, then you make yourself right. Your reticular activation system makes yourself right about that thing. So the people that are unlucky, they made themselves right by not being able to see that money. But the people that were lucky made themselves right by their reticular activation system finding the dollar bill.
I always smile. I've always smiled, even in like awkward situations or things that are bad, or they tell me bad news and I'm like, oh man. And they're like, why are you smiling? Why are you always smiling? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't, because the thing is like Evan said, it's your reticular activating system. Whatever you focus on is going to grow. So I always like say something, an event happens. One person might be like, for example, a flat tire. This is a good example. A flat tire, you may be like, oh man, I got a flat tire. It's gonna cost me all this money. I'm gonna be late to so and so. What I would tell myself is like, as soon as something bad happens, I almost get excited because I'm like, oh, I'm about to learn something.
Yeah, what's the good in this situation?
Yeah, like I always think like good or bad. For me, it's gonna be good. Maybe now, later, or longer down the road, but it's gonna be good. So I'm like, oh, how exciting! Like I know this looks bad now, but I know this is good for me in the future. Like this is gonna, I might meet somebody's gonna pull over to help me. Maybe I'm avoiding, like I had to get a flat tire to avoid something worse down the road. It's just having that mental, like something bad happens, you get broken up with, you get fired, you know, you get lost, you lose something, whatever. Somebody doesn't want to be your friend anymore. You're like, oh man, you know what? Yeah, it sucks. But then you're like, okay, something good's going to come out of this. I don't know what, I don't know how, but I know something good is going to come out of this.
It's kind of like spiritual, like that belief in a way. Like I'd say if you're not spiritual, like this perspective you could take is what could be good about this situation.
Yeah.
You know, like what if there was something that was good about it, what could be good? Like, oh, I get to learn how to change a tire. If I don't learn this now, like it could happen in the middle of the desert and I'd be stranded, like, you know, between Vegas and California. That would suck even more. So like, I don't know. It's just like the spiritual perspective is the one that I also share.
Yeah.
Like I believe that it's always for a bigger plan. Like, you know, so.
And it's something you have to train yourself to do, because I remember in middle school and a bit of high school, like the first half, actually most of high school, I was kind of negative. Not negative, like I was superficially positive, where I was saying the positive things, but I wasn't really feeling them. But one thing that I've really ingrained into myself, and I told this to Andrea the other day, that's when I had the switch. I was like, you know what? I'm super lucky. I'm a lucky guy. And you're lucky because you're with me, and lucky things happen to me. So you're going to have lucky things too, which sounds kind of egotistical, or like kind of like pretentious, but it's the truth. It's like, I'm a lucky person, and so are you. Because I forgot, somebody said that once too. Some lady, was it Oprah? No. I think I heard this on The Secret or Unaware, but she's like, every time I get on an airplane, I think like, wow, all these people are lucky because I'm lucky. And like, so all these people, nothing's going to happen to them. So they should, I don't know. It's like a weird perspective, but it's
the thing to keep in mind too, though, is that it's about the belief behind the affirmation. Like, so you say affirmations, but the important thing is the belief behind it. I'm reading this book right now that's talking about this. Is like a lot of people say like, I want more money, I have more money, but the undertone feeling and the reason why they're saying that is because they don't feel like they're enough, or they don't feel like they have enough. And so the problem is that like you're saying the thing, but what you're actually telling your subconscious is, I don't have enough. The affirmation is, I need to say this because I don't have, rather than like if you say it congruently and like you're starting to really have those beliefs in your mind, which can be trained, by the way, through certain techniques. You start to feel when you say like, I have money, it's not like you're trying to make up for a fact that you don't. It's like you just feel that way. You just feel so abundant, you know?
I think your dad teaches something too, where it's like, as soon as you can, get $300 bills and just carry them with you. Never spend them, but just have them with you always. And if you have to spend
you can spend them. Just you need to replace it after.
Yeah. If you have to spend them, spend them, but as soon as you can, replace it. So you always have 300, so that you're in that feeling of like, I always have money. I always have this. Yeah.
Dude, this is such a funny question,
guys. What's the best way to fix a sleeping schedule?
I don't know. You don't ask.
He has insomnia. You know what? Okay.
I don't have insomnia, but I just don't sleep.
You're always not sleeping.
Yeah, not because I can't sleep, just because I prefer not to.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But then
when I want to sleep, I can just sleep.
Yeah, you can sleep all day sometimes. What I would say is what's worked for me, scientifically proven, whatever, is get off your phone.
Early, sorry, when you're just about to go to sleep,
when
right?
like say you go to sleep, you have to be asleep by 10 or 11. Turn off all your lights, put your phone on airplane mode and get it away from you. All electronics, just be in a dark room, because the blue light that comes off of your phone, that actually what's that? There's this blue light that comes off, and it disrupts your brain's
ultraviolet. No.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It tricks your brain into thinking it's daylight, so you don't go to sleep. So once you're in total darkness, it takes about 30 to 45 minutes for it to like release the melatonin. Yeah. What's the sleep one? Melatonin, so you can naturally relax and fall asleep. So what I would recommend is turn off your phone, put it on airplane mode, and put it away from you, so you're not on social media, you're not watching YouTube. Turn on like a yellow light. You can't, like those bulbs that have yellow on them.
Halogen?
I guess so. I think that's what it's called. Or even a candle, ideally, because you want minimal light as possible.
Get medieval on this bitch.
Yeah, write, meditate, read in that time. Be in bed, and you'll naturally just kind of like, and you'll have a deeper sleep, more restful sleep.
Mm-hmm. For me, when I travel like far distances, I just went to like London last month, and
that was tight.
That was so.
I saw your video in front of the bridge.
Oh, really? Yeah. So it was like 10 hours time difference though from Hawaii to London. Okay. So I had to get on schedule pretty quickly because we had demos to do, yo-yo demos to do.
Damn, like immediately. That jet lag is real though.
Oh, it was real. So like, but the key to getting over jet lag for me is diet. Because your circadian rhythm is even more so than light based on what time of day you eat certain foods.
Maybe what's the circadian rhythm for those that don't know?
Circadian rhythm is like your internal clock. So what your body's natural tendency to fall asleep at a certain time. Right? So when you wake up, you're supposed to eat really fat, heavy foods and then fast. And then the next day you wake up at the time that you want your body to feel awake, you eat fat heavy and protein heavy foods, and then you fast again. And that's like what gets me really assimilated quickly to a new environment. But like when I'm at home, I just don't sleep at the normal time. So
well, another thing that I do too sometimes is I tell myself, like, I'll talk to my subconscious mind. Like if it was a person, I'll be like, hey, subconscious mind, give my body a deep sleep, restful sleep. I need a lot of energy in the morning. I need a lot of enthusiasm, and I need to wake me up at exactly
when 5 a.m. ends.
Yeah. And that helps too. Like sometimes I'll wake up a minute or seconds before my alarm.
Yeah. That shit works.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That shit works.
So I hope that answered your question. Let's see what else we have here. Unless you have another question there, throw it at us. Operation Six Pack. Yeah. So I've been training my nephew Nathan for a while. He wants to get sexy. Yeah, he was dressed really nice today.
Really?
I was impressed. He's got like the messy hair. He had like a solid black diamond shirt, the skate brand. It was I was like, oh shit, son, you look good. Very proud of him. He looked very good. I would say, do abs every day. Do abs every day. You say your mom doesn't let you do sit-ups because it's too noisy. Go outside and do them.
No, wait, what? I don't feel like sit-ups are noisy at all.
I know. I think he's just lazy and he's bringing up excuses because he's very like, it's like, dude.
Wait, who's that?
Nathan.
Oh, it's Nathan. Okay.
Yeah. I know he wants it and he wants to. So a lot of it is diet, but it's cardio also because the visceral fat builds up in your stomach a lot. Diet, you have to do cardio and you have to build that muscle. So, do abs a lot every day. If you can do 100 every day, do that. But if not, start with 10 a day in the morning and at night. Once you can do that and that becomes easy, double it. Go to 20 a day. And when that becomes easy, just keep on doubling it until you can do 100 easily. And you're going to notice a difference too. So that is Operation Six Pack. Also get good lighting above your abs so you can see it. If you can
just draw it on.
If you can airbrush. Oh, you know what's funny? My cousin always reminds me of this. But when I was a little kid, I always wanted to be strong. Yeah. I always wanted to be fit. So when we were like, because she has a pool at her house, when we would go swimming or whatever, we'd go to another aunt's house that there was pool. I would always draw a six pack on myself. So I was always visualizing that. And then by like middle school and high school, I was super ripped.
Wait, that's like, next level. Holy
shit.
Shit.
That's crazy.
I've never had a six pack before.
No?
Nope, not yet. I need one though. I'm really skinny though. I've never been fat ever.
Dude, I killed it on
oh shit.
On biceps the other day. I feel like my arms are getting bigger.
Dude, be careful with those.
I feel stronger. Look at those shoulders.
Bro, you're scaring me.
Sorry, I'm feeling myself. Dude, I love these mics.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. But if I put my phone on airplane mode, it'll fly away. It's so funny.
If the tower allows it. Damn, that didn't work.
I don't think that was
it. Let's see. Next question. Why are you doing biceps without me? Because you can never come.
Oh shit, dude, you got called out, bro.
And I told you every day at 5, but you have to text me. Yeah, I can't want this for you. I'll gladly pick you up. I'll gladly take you. I know sometimes your mom doesn't let you, but don't let that stop you from working out. It's on you. I'm not. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink.
That's classic.
And it's so true, man. It's so true.
No, it is true. Yeah.
And I told you today, we were at we went to dinner and you had like pizza and all these other stuff. I was like, that's anti-gains. And you're like, special occasion. And it was like, well, all right, man.
That's an important concept.
Discipline.
You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I've been really trying to apply that more recently. Because I think I told you, right? Like I was so judgmental of people. I would always try to like help them or try to like help them, but like really force them in a way to like be better or something. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, first of all, like it's a huge waste of energy.
Yeah.
You know, and second of all, like if somebody wants to be where they're at, they're just going to be there. Like I can't force anybody to do anything. So like, I feel like it's very judgmental too, because it's like saying that you're not good enough, you know, to be like that. So I've just been like, you know what, they are where they're at. And the truth is everybody's got good parts in their life and bad parts, you know? So it's just like, this is one part that maybe, you know, they need to work on. And if they're open to advice, then I'm like, oh, hell yeah, here's the water right here. And then they'll drink, you know, but if they're not, then it's just like, there's no point, you know?
Yeah.
So I've just been trying to go by that.
That's a good point, man. I feel like I'm, it's a lot better now, but my relationship with my sister, I was always like I would get annoyed when she called me because she would only call me, or anytime we talked, it was to tell me like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? And she's like, I do it because I love you and I care for you. It's like, well, I understand that, but you only call me to tell me how I'm fucking up, how I'm messing up and what I should be doing. You never call me just to see how my day's going. How am I? You know, it's always like, I know you don't like to hear this, but I really think you should, you should think of doing this and that. And it's like, I get it. But I it's like, sometimes I don't want to hear it. I'm not open to it. And it's like every time she called, but recently, like I think I started like overplaying it or oversaying it so much that she kind of got the hint and she's like, okay. Where she's now asking.
What do you mean you've been oversaying?
Like,
oversaying what?
Like when she calls, I'm like, I know, I get it. What is it? What do you want to tell me? Like, already assuming she like making it obvious. It's like, okay, what are you gonna tell me now?
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Where she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, like every time you call me, you disguise it as how are you, but really you always lead to, hey, how are you doing with this? I don't think you should be doing this. I think you should be doing that. Which I get it. It's like I do appreciate it, but it's like if it's every time we talk, then it left me with that feeling of like, oh, God, like I don't want to answer the phone because I don't want to listen to it right now. But now she's like, she'll call me and talk to me about my day, about her day, and then she'll be like, she'll say like, are you open to like to hearing me? I know you don't want to hear it, but is it a good time? And I'm like, that opens me up. Just her asking me that, then I'm like, okay, yeah. What's up? It puts me in a state of mind to listen instead of just block it out.
Yeah.
So that's a good way too. If you want to talk to a friend and you think like they have whatever, like they're going through a tough time, or you think like something bad's happening, be like, hey, is this a good time to talk about so and so? Yeah.
Are you open?
Or what is it your dad teaches? It's like the Oreo thing, right?
You say something nice.
You say a compliment, which is like the cookie.
Criticism.
Criticism is like compliment. The cream. It's you tell them the message, and then you end with another compliment.
Yeah, like, hey, you're doing super well right now. Like, I just think like if you change this, that would make it even better. And like, but you know what? Just keep doing what you're doing because it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like something like that. Yeah.
So what else? What else do you guys want to hear? Talk to us. Tell me your name.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, man, like, do I get that? Like where I don't think I hardly get where somebody's giving me advice that I'm not open to. And I don't think it's me. I think I just have really good people around me. Like, or maybe not even good. Maybe it's just people that are like too pussy to say what they actually feel.
Oh shit.
I don't know. But like I was thinking while you were saying that about your sisters, like I don't experience that very often. Like where somebody tells me something and I'm super closed off to what they're saying. And and what I said, like I'm gonna say it again. Like I don't think it's because I'm necessarily like a really open person, or maybe I am. I don't know, but I think it's because like people that I know are really caring, or like they say it in a way that is.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Where it's, I've been around you, and you know your dad's very business oriented, so a lot of people are very into bettering themselves, and you, of all my friends, you're one of my most valuable friends because I value your friendship so much because I know with you we're always like, all right, let's be better, and it's not a competition like who's better, but it's like I want you to be better and you want me to be better.
Yeah, that's the best.
We hold ourselves to a higher standard. And I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, but I've seen it when people try to coach you. They try to tell you like, hey, that, and you're very open to hearing it. And if you're not,
like
you do listen to it.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious about this because is there like I'm sure you can think of times like where you've tried to tell me something and like I wasn't really like open to it.
Okay, so
I've had the similar experiences.
So here's the experience that I've had that I've noticed is sometimes somebody will hint at telling you something and you'll blow it off and you're like, no. And in you explaining it, you're breaking it down and you're kind of saying, yes, it is XYZ or so and so. So you do listen, and then you kind of ponder on it for a couple of days and you come back, and then once you've evaluated, like, you know what? Yeah, ABC. So I think you're really good at opening and hearing it. And if you're not, it doesn't take you long to listen and then like come back and be like, oh yeah, you're right, blah blah blah.
I think like I try to, that's true. I try to like listen.
You're a great listener.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think I try to listen to what's being said, and then I'll have to think about whether or not I disagree with it. And here's the interesting thing though. If I disagree with it, I fully disagree with it. Like, I'm sorry, but you're completely wrong. And sometimes I'll be like, oh wow, you know what? You're right. And I'll have to like accept that. But I'm hardly ever like, maybe I'm like in between right and wrong. like I have to be like have a definitive decision usually about things. And then sometimes actually for other things I'm just like too lazy to give a shit. Like politics.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, politics are so I just don't give a shit sometimes about a lot of it. Like a lot of the issues, there's just a waste of energy. Because, well, the reason why I say that is not because it's not important or relevant, but it's because what am I gonna do about it?
Yeah,
you know.
So sometimes I'm like, I don't have the mental energy to be battling somebody why it's right or why it's wrong. Where at the end of the day, you know, it's not going to change anything. I feel you on that. Is it good to watch porn at this age? What do you think?
At which age?
They're like freshmen in high school.
In high school, is it good to watch porn at that age? Like porn's good always. No,
you know what though? Like although porn is very enticing because it's like, oh, you know, you're horny. You know, you need that release, and it's right there. It's a quick. I don't think, if I'm being really honest, I don't think it's good at any age. I don't think you should watch it, but I understand why we as men watch it, because I'll still watch it every now and then. And I have a girlfriend. Like, you know, we're there, and it's just, I think it's unhealthy for you guys, because it's weird because you guys grew up with the internet. When, well, I don't know about you. What year were you born?
96.
No, see, when I was born, there was no internet.
No internet, yeah.
It wasn't until like 94 when it was introduced. And so I didn't have internet. Do you guys even know what dial-up is? Super slow connection. So when I would watch porn in like middle school, it wasn't videos, it was images. And they would be like bloop, bloop. You'd see a face, a neck, a titty,
like hilarious as fuck.
A belly button. I'm like, oh. By the like before the titties were already I'd already finished.
Dude, I gotta tell you a story about that.
Oh, hold on. And then I had a LimeWire back then. If you guys know what LimeWire is, I think you guys are too young. I would download videos, but I would have to keep the computer on all night so it can download the video. And it would take all night for like a 3-minute video. I swear, dude, that was, and now it would just be like, it would download a portion and I would watch like seconds and then restart it and just.
Wait,
like,
how old are you?
I'm 27 now. Yeah, 20.
How old were you though?
Oh, I was like 12.
Okay.
12, 13. There was like an hour window from when I got out of school. I would like get home really quick, get on the computer, and then by like 3:30, almost 4, my dad would come home.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
Yeah, so like I want to tell my funny story. When I was in like 3rd grade or some shit, I heard my like some classmates I overheard them talking about like, yeah, I typed in penis on the internet and it came up like there's a bunch of penises. And I was like, yeah, that's interesting. So I was really curious. So I typed in penis, I saw penises. and then I was like, you know, I wonder what a girl's like junk is. So I just like typed in female penis. Like, I didn't know the word for vagina at the time.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Chinese came out or what?
No, it was like, I don't remember exactly, but I remember there was like penis.com.
Oh,
and I saw a bunch of like female vaginas and I was like, and I wasn't really that horny at the time because I was so young. I was kind of like, wow, that's so interesting.
I think if you were to put female penis today, a bunch of trannies would come out. You'd see a bunch of chicks with dicks.
Yeah, for sure.
But back to this, I
don't think porn's good.
I don't think porn's good for you either, because you're gonna have this, and I think it's all your generation because everything's so sexualized. Instagram, there's titties everywhere. It's everywhere, and that's, I think, hilarious. I'm afraid it's gonna be in the future with like VR and everything, where I don't know. I think there's a lot of porn everywhere. Like a lot of porn stars are mainstream now. Like Riley Reid, she's pretty famous. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just know. Yeah, there's a lot more.
Lisa Ann.
Who's that?
She's like the old woman with giant titties.
Huh.
Anyway. So anyway, I don't think That joke is so funny.
Why did the sperm cross the road? Because they put them on the wrong. Because they put on the wrong pair of socks.
Have we ever got caught by our crusty ass tissues? Oh, this goes back to the embarrassing thing. Like my mom sometimes will be like, "I cleaned your room and it smelled like weird," and she probably knows. But
I told this. No, I don't want to tell this story on here.
Yeah, there's certain things like I'm nervous to tell.
Yeah, it's too raw, and I don't want
like, especially because I have like yo-yo fans, and it's like super personal. But
yeah, well, like I said earlier, which you were late, Matthew. I said this earlier, but my mom caught me having sex before, and she caught me. She's opened the door when I got out of the shower once, and I was in my room and I was naked, and she saw my butt cheeks, but that's about it. What about you guys? Have you guys ever been caught? I'm sure you guys have been caught. Of course, you guys have been caught.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch porn. Have you ever stubbed your toe on a sock? No, I haven't.
You get it?
No.
Just into a sock, it dries, it gets hard, and then you.
That's nasty.
Stub your toe on a sock. Have you ever cracked a blanket?
Oh, that's so nasty. Yo. Anyway, so like personally, I mean, at your age, like I get why you'd watch porn, and like I wouldn't beat yourself up for it. But like I think it's probably like if you want to get like huge things done, it requires a lot of energy, and energy comes from not sex doing it.
Sexual energy.
Sexual energy.
Well, okay, so let's get into this. Energy. Yeah. So when you're having sex and you're ejaculating, sex is an energy, and it's to create life. You're creating life. You're giving life. So if I don't know if you guys have experienced this yet, because you guys are young and you guys have a lot of sexual energy right now, because your hormones are changing, so you guys are horny all the time. But if you're always ejaculating, you're having too much sex or jerking off too much, you're throwing away all that potential energy. So if you were to like say, if you feel horny, that's fine, feel horny, but just breathe and then be like, oh, instead of like tits, be like, no, let me create something. Let me put this excitement, this energy into, because sexual energy doesn't necessarily mean sex. Like sexual energy just means creative energy, because that's what sex is. It's creation. You're creating life. It's used to create life. So
if you guys have ever seen the Reddit page NoFap, like they're basically a forum group that advocates not jerking off and not watching porn. And I'd say watching porn is worse than actually jerking off. Like if you just watch porn and don't ejaculate, that's just as bad, because it's causing your dopamine receptors to release tons of dopamine for doing nothing. You're getting a reward for doing nothing. It's basically like drugs.
Yeah. And it's actually really bad, because I remember I got to a point in my previous relationship where I was watching porn a lot, and I would rather watch porn than have sex. Or I was having sex and I would like sneak my phone to watch porn, because a woman in front of me wasn't exciting me. Watching porn, what was more exciting? Because I was really
that's like actually like really bad.
Yeah,
like,
it got to that point, so I was like, this is dangerous. Like I
well, okay, if you're ever at that point, like obviously.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it sucks because it makes your partner feel bad.
Oh, you got beat at No Nut November.
Damn. I mean, GG. At least I admitted to it.
I went 22 days, dude. I almost made it. I was just like, no, I couldn't.
The farthest I've gone was 28 days.
I've gone over 30 before.
How is it?
It was good.
I'm a little over a week right now.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing it for you, man.
You want to jerk off right now?
Let's do it.
Okay.
What was it? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So like when I'm not jerking off, I do feel substantially more energy. Wait, what were we just talking about?
Sex transmutation.
No, like after that, like
masturbating, porn, sex, wanting porn instead of sex while having sex.
Oh yeah, that's bad. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
Energy.
There's a lot of Catholic priests that they're forced to abstain, and because of that, they have so much sexual energy that they just have to have sex with something, stick their dick in something, and ejaculate.
Choir boys.
It becomes pedophilic relationships with the children. So, like, I think that it can be really dangerous sometimes to not ejaculate, to abstain for too long.
Actually, yeah. So
I don't know.
I have a story about this. I think I interrupted.
No, go for it.
Yeah. So when I was in college when I wanted to be abstinent or celibate. What's the difference?
Same.
Abstinent. Yeah. For a bit, I didn't want to have sex, masturbate. I didn't want to ejaculate. And that's when I discovered NoFap. And I remember
like the Reddit page or just like
I don't even remember
from like Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, Napoleon Hill. And yeah, so after like a week, I noticed I was horny all the time, but I remember just being very like, man, I'm so horny. And then at 2 weeks, I was like, I felt aggressive. Like I remember wanting to fight. Like I remember feeling stronger, lifting more at the gym. But I remember I was like always looking at dudes in the eyes, like just not breaking eye contact and them having like, I was always, I felt very alpha, I guess.
You know what they say about that though is interesting is that
what do they say?
The alpha never looks for fights because everybody wants to fight him. So the truth is that if you're or in evolutionary psychology, right? The beta like gorilla, let's say, is looking to fight the male
to prove
be
himself.
an alpha, right?
Yeah.
But the very act of trying to fight in our society, because fighting is not allowed.
Yeah.
It's just you're just showing that you're the beta without getting any of the payoff.
I just got myself handed.
Yeah. Well, so like I guess when you're not ejaculating a lot, it's saying that you don't have a lot of sex, which is probably alluding to like
it's just more I guess aggression. That's sexual, like that want for sex. And I remember I was looking at girls all the time. I was in college and I remember I was just flirting with all these girls, and I knew I wasn't gonna like try to do anything, but I was flirting so hard. Subconsciously,
you probably were trying to.
Subconsciously, I knew I wanted to.
Yeah.
Consciously, I knew I wasn't gonna let it happen. Whether they're like, "Hey, let's go to blah," I'd be like, "Nah, girl, bus. Don't hit girls." It's a meme. It's a metaphor. But
I've noticed if I'm really, really active, like if I'm on tour doing a new city every day, like it's really easy for me to just not NoFap and not get any of the aggression, not get any of the shitty aspects of that. But if I'm just sitting at home, like doing nothing, not using any of my creative energy, like I just get so like horny that it's just bad. You know?
I remember when I met your dad and I went on that tour. We were all on that bus for a month, so I couldn't jerk off anywhere. I remember, I just remember having boners all the time towards the end, and I was trying to hide them because I sleep face up. So I was like, oh man, I would wake up in the morning and I would see my boner. I'm just like, oh fuck, like, yeah, all awkward. When you beat Tony at No Nut November, yeah. Dogo. Who's that? I don't know this person. What's your name? Dogo.
Dude.
Dogo. Yo, Dugo. That's it. That's his Dugo.
Dorothy Gomosphere.
Doran.
Goat?
Gohan? I don't know. But welcome to the Dogo. Welcome to the podcast. We're talking about sexual transmutation.
Yeah.
You want to share any stories about sexual frustration, abstaining from sex, any struggles you have? Call 1-800-DON'T-JERK.
Wait, what were we just talking about? Dude, I'm getting so tired.
I'll pass. Okay.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, I think I don't have any more questions on here. Do you guys have any more questions? We're officially past the podcast hour, so bling 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 bling. I think maybe a song. You wanna?
You do it.
Let's see. Fuck. Oh, I can't reach the things from here. Oh. Nah, I messed up already. It's too late. It's too late.
Dude, I'll play my song.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't played this in a while though.
Let's hear it.
I made it a while ago.
Are you in the right key? Should I scoot over?
Yeah. Alright, we can turn this way. Alright, so it goes. I can't remember how it actually goes. I need to be here. Wait, can I?
Yeah.
Here.
Sure, I'll stand
Here,
up.
let's move the chair. And move this right here. Okay. Yeah, yes.
You want to hear yourself?
Sure.
I'll slap the bass back here.
Hell yeah. Now, dude, get the guitar. Or if you want. So it goes. It's F. Oh, I fucked up. Everything that's happening to me, I know it's all a part of the big plan. This goes back to what we were talking about. And all these things that eyes can't see, I know it's all a part of the big plan. And everywhere I go, oh, I can't remember this part. When I know they're all part of the big plan, they're the big plan. It's all happening to them. What is this? If I look real close, then I can see that we're all free and we're good. We'll live so happily in harmony. Dude, I need to practice this shit. This shit sounds so good.
What?
How about this?
Show them the other one that you finished.
Huh?
Oh, is that the one that you shared, the demo? Is that the one you're
Oh yeah, no, this one. Right. Well, I had a lot of lovers, but these lovers ain't the same as you. 'Cause you give me a little something, and that something is just so damn true. And when you tell me that you love me, the way you say it, oh, why, now you do. 'Cause of all, wait, I can't remember, all the people of all, I can't, I'm too bad.
No, dude,
I need to practice.
I can't play like that. Yeah.
Yo. Alright, what else? Oh, let's do this.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. I'm just gonna get the lyrics out.
Here, sing into this mic.
Okay.
Do you guys know this song, by the way? Yes, I do still do yo-yo tricks. Wait, which Dom is that? Ready? Mm-hmm. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky.
Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries.
Shoots Dom.
It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace.
Oh yeah.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions.
I don't.
I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Yeah, that was sexy.
Scream as loud as you can for the rest of the song. It's over. I'm sorry.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Who's Dom?
I don't know. Probably you were.
Oh, nice.
You want to sing this one?
I don't know the words.
Oh.
When I find myself.
Oh, you want to do it?
Yeah, I don't know the words.
All right.
What's this?
I mean, we're pretty much done with the podcast. Do you want to end it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do people want us to end?
Do you want this to keep going?
Or do you want us to do more music or more talking or none of the above?
Okay. Let's switch it up a bit. Yeah, what do you guys want? Talk to us. Tell me your name.
Oh, I can't remember.
Hey, listen.
Oh, God, I keep messing up.
What is this? Oh, look at that. Tell us what you want to talk about.
Okay.
So what's up, guys? Do you guys want to talk about anything else, or else
I guess
we're
you're
gonna
not
cut it
listening,
here.
probably.
Going once,
Going
twice, and deuces. All right.
All right, shoots.
We're gonna call it a day. Hope you guys get some good sleep. Hope we brought some value to your life today. Slap Evan. I'm not gonna slap my friend, but I'll do that.
That was hot.
Yeah. But yeah. All right. Cool, guys. Have a good rest of your night, and get up early tomorrow. Work out and make your life better. Deuce. Play us out, Evan. This has been a Corona Corner